Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. Today's lesson is going to be called For the Love of Money. And we're going to start off in 1 Timothy chapter 6 and at verse 10. And it reads, For the love of money is the root of all evil, which while some coveted after, they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows. Money has done a numerous amount of damage. For the love of money has done a numerous amount of damage on people's lives, families, marriages, communities, and even whole countries for that matter. For the love of money springs forth greed, envy, lust, and causes people to go astray, error, and not having any faith to rely on the substance which comes from above, our King. Many have committed atrocities over the love of money, wars, death. Evil empires have been built upon ill-gotten gains. We'll go to the law in chapter 6 of Leviticus, starting at 2 to 5, and it reads, If a soul sin and commit a trespass against the Lord, and lie unto his neighbor in that which was delivered him to keep, or in fellowship, or in a thing taken away by violence, or have deceived his neighbor, defraud, larceny, extortion, all these strong arm operations in order to take away some livelihoods from families, people, and now you see nations. Verse 3, Or have found that which was lost, and lieth concerning it, and sweareth falsely in any of these that a man doeth, sinning therein. Then it shall be, because he hath sinned, and is guilty, that he shall restore. Our Father is in the business of restoration. That which he took violently away, or the thing which he hath deceitfully gotten, or that which was delivered him to keep, or the lost thing which he had found. And that can even go into possessions other than money and currency. It can be through materialistic things. It can even be people, kidnapping, slavery, child trafficking, all those ill-gotten things that should not be handled in that manner. Verse 5. Or all that about which he hath sworn falsely, he shall even restore it in the principal, and shall add the fifth part more thereto, and give it unto him to whom it appertaineth in the day of his trespass offering. Some things require a recompense for things that was ill-gottenly obtained, stolen, and some things which Scripture often speaks about is the recompense of blood, atonement for blood. We'll go to Deuteronomy 24. Sorry, Salakia. Just deleted my tab. Deuteronomy 24 and 14. 24 and 14. And it reads, Thou shalt not oppress a hired servant that is poor and needy, whether he be of thy brethren or of thy strangers that are in thy land within thy gates. We see a lot of our people impoverished, in dire circumstances, needing health care, food, bills paid, A lot of our people are getting evicted, being put on the streets. A lot of our elderly, a lot of our single family homes with children. These are the poor and oppressed with no lands, with no safe home to call them their land. 15. And his day thou shalt give him his hire, neither shall the sun go down upon it, for he is poor, and he setteth his heart upon it, lest he setteth his heart upon it, lest he cry against thee unto the Lord, and it be a sin unto thee. A lot of people out here are being hired for less than nothing, and sometimes in most cases they're not even being paid at all for their labor, which is a punishable offense. And on top of that, they're being outrageously taxed on top of the depleting dollar, which doesn't bring in a substantial amount of help to the home, especially when everything is on the rise. The cost of everything is on the rise. Energy, food, all your basic essential needs are funneled into an area where it's very hard to balance out the necessities in one's home. We'll go to well, 1 Timothy 5:18 reads, the laborer is worthy of his reward. So withholding anyone's finances from them, including tax refunds. I know some people rely on tax refunds for a numerous amount of things. We'll go to Ecclesiasticus, the book of Sirach, chapter 4, reading from 1 to 6, and it reads, my son, defraud not the poor of his living, and make not the needy eyes to wait long. Make not a hungry soul sorrowful, neither provoke a man in his distress. For the love of money has caused a numerous amount of damage, especially onto those who have fell on hard times. They might have suffered injury, have gotten sick. Maybe the main breadwinner in the house lost his job and is not able to support his family now, and have to run to some kind of governmental system to provide for them, which ultimately comes with stipulations as well. So the love of money causes an enormous amount of issues, and it can break down family structures. It can break down whole economies. We'll continue on. Ecclesiasticus chapter 4, picking it up at verse 3. Add not trouble to a heart that is vexed, and defer not to give to him that is in need. Reject not the supplication of the afflicted, neither turn away thy face from a poor man. Turn not away thine eye from the needy, and give him none occasion to curse thee. For if he curse thee in the bitterness of his soul, his prayer shall be heard of him that made him. Reject not the supplication of the afflicted, neither turn away thy face from the poor man. We never know when we ourselves might fall under hardships. And because of our behaviors, it could lead us to having to fight battles on our own and not having the help and support of others based on how we treated others when we thought ourselves to sit in a high seat at that time. Maybe because we were prospering, we had our health, we had our youth. But as time unfolds and unravels, based upon your actions and how you carried yourself will ultimately play a part in your future as well. So we kind of want to monitor how we feel about prosperity in our own lives, considering that it's not long term and substantial. And the only thing that is worthwhile and of true wisdom is the word of our most high power, Yahweh. And we give him all grace and honor for all his provisions. Jeremiah, we'll go to Jeremiah 22 and 13, family. I think I had that one to read out of the mighty book. You know what? We'll just. What do we got here? One second, family. I had my notes in order, but then I jumped around a little bit. Hope everyone's having a very beautiful and blessed day. Abounding in the word, serving each other. Jeremiah 22 and 13, and it reads, Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, and his chambers by wrong, that useth his neighbor's service without wages, and giveth him not for his work. Many people deprive the poor out of their wages by undercutting them, asking them for unfair prices to have things done for them, and in most cases stifling the one who has the ability to help and to build and to restore, as they continue to tear down and store up non-essentials, including lands, homes, and of the sort. Our next precept in which we plan to go to is going to be coming out of Psalms. You know, the folly here, man. I had all my notes lined up, and it's all right. Keep calm and keep pushing. You know what? I'm better with the book anyway. I hate computers. Psalms 19 and 72. Boom, right here. Psalms 119, 72 says, It is good for... Oh, no. Psalms 119 and 72. Sorry. Psalms 119, 72. The law of thy mouth is better unto me than thousands of gold and silver. Thus saith. The law of thy mouth is better unto me than thousands of gold and silver. The wisdom that proceedeth out of the mouth of the Most High is considered true wealth. The things of this earth here that is plucked up out of the dirt and built with man's hands, that is not a source of wealth. That is just a concoction of whatever you can muster up and whatever you find. But the true wisdom and wealth, which gives life, is the life given to us out of the scriptures. Our next precept will be Proverbs 8 and 10. Receive my instruction, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. The choice gold referred to is, again, the laws, statutes, and commandments. Psalms 119 and 71 said, It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. We must learn to go through these variable obstacles and tribulations that we experience in order to obtain the wealth and wisdom that is hidden and then uncovered within after upon much study and taking an interest in our heritage. Proverbs 4 and 7 reads, Wisdom is the principal thing. Therefore get wisdom, and with all thy getting, get understanding. These are the works in which we will be judged by. after receiving instructions, what have we done with the instructions? Have we put it to good use? And we have labored? Have we labored and done the works as it is suggested per our lot, as servants of the Most High Yah? Are we doing due diligence to put this knowledge to the test to bring up a nation that requires righteousness and needs righteousness? And then furthermore, our youth, the generations that come after us, they will need much wisdom to be guided out of the world in which we're being called to become not a partaker in. All praise be to the Most High. Our next precept, family, will be Isaiah 33:6, and it reads, all wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Well, we know that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of all wisdom. And if you understand the judgments that proceed out of not keeping the words of wisdom, then you will be under the penalty of that reward. So I want to encourage everyone today, if you got anything out of this, I pray that you put the Most High first in your life for guidance, for all your needs. Every substantial thing that you need, he will cover. You put your faith and you put your heart all into it. There's no half-stepping. There's plenty of buffoonery out there and witchcraft that stand against this word and want nothing more than to have it removed off the face of the earth to obtain full dominance over something that was never meant to be in the hands of. So we need to encourage each other to stay diligent and to keep seeking the Most High for our substance, our bread of life. And we give him all the praise for this wealth of wisdom that he is teaching us in this time. And we thank him for this grace period to abound and to use this as a beautiful ointment for ourselves, for our children, and for our nation. And I just want to close out and say thank you, and hope this has been edifying. To the lost sheep, stay diligent and keep working.